So today we're not going to continue working on the shed for a little while. First off, I want to take you around a car that I've been wanting to show you for a couple of weeks now, but unfortunately because it's been stored at my house I haven't been able to show it to you. I agreed with my other half that I wouldn't film around the house for security reasons and just to keep a certain level of privacy. But we brought the car to the unit today to finish some of the work that's required. I want to take this to Wales later on in the month for a bit of a tour round. Unfortunately, a couple of years ago, I had a small fire now behind the dashboard. Thankfully, it was centralised around the wiring loom, but I have no idea why the wiring loom caught fire. We had a little bit of a look and it seemed to be due to a faulty solenoid. Also through storage, the brakes have gone a little bit spongy, and also I've always had a problem with the pedal box and the return spring being weak and not quite releasing the brakes properly. So I thought I'd bring it up here today, do the wiring loom and fix a few other bits and pieces that need doing on it. So without further ado, here we are. Welcome to Kermit, my 1970 Morris Mini 1000. It's a Mark III, but it's got Mark II features, which I can cover off briefly. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's not painted Kawasaki green, it's painted VW green. Unfortunately, the paint suffered a little bit. I painted it a few years ago using a new type of paint that I'd not used before. And unfortunately, I don't think the camera's going to pick it up very well. The paint has cracked. I used a zinc-based primer which didn't harden properly. So unfortunately, at some point it needs to go back to bare metal. It's got a 1983 MG Metro engine, as most of them do. Unfortunately, the original engine blew up several years ago, and this engine's been put in its place. It's fairly reliable. Goes fairly well. Unfortunately, it's a 3/4 diff on 10-inch wheels, so by about 60 mile an hour it's screaming its nuts off, but I do love it for that. It's a bit of a bits of car, but it is a genuine 70s shell. It's got the cracked rear windows and the roof gutter trims. It's also got the twin bolt front subframe, which I'll show you over here. So it's a genuine car. Oh, is it missing a bolt there? No, that's alright. I thought it was missing a bolt. So inside the car, it's got a 1981, I think, Mini HL interior. It went quite well with the original paint, but not so well with the green. As you can see, all the dashboard's out. I need to put all of that back today. All the switches are out, and it's full of all the parts that have been taken off. Including the new wiring loom in the back. So I think the first job's going to be to empty it. It's got some dents, it's got some scratches, but no rot, because it had a full bare metal rebuild several years ago. As you can see, the boot's full of junk again. I got 10-inch I've got 6x10 Mercury alloy wheels, which are actually quite cool and very rare. You very rarely see sets of those. And as I've mentioned, the paintwork on it is generally shocking, but I love it. I originally bought this car back in 2003, sold it to my brother who had it for several years, and then I bought it back from him in 2013 when we did all of the work the first time around to take it to the London to Brighton run. Since then it's had 3 major rebuilds, and it's actually spent more time off the road than it's spent on the road. I think it's done something like 70,000 miles, but I doubt many of those are genuine. So there you go. I guess we should get on with taking the bits out the inside and starting to look at the wiring loom. So for those of you who know me, know I love my rodents. What I don't love is rodents in my car. I think, based on the shredding of plastic and things like that, I think that's a little mouse. It's the kind of thing my mice would do, so I'm going with mouse. Still, that's going to have to be cleaned up before we can do much more, as it is a hazard, of course. But it's one of the issues with storing cars outside. They can get full of So now we take the master cylinders off, because I've got a new master cylinder to go on in place of the brake, because this one's was leaking a little bit past the seals, so I was losing brake pressure last time I took it out. That's the new master cylinder for it. It's one of Mini Spare's Cooper S master cylinders. Incredibly good value. I think it works out about £100. So all you do, undo these pipes. Make sure you remove them at the bottom too, so you don't damage them. Although I do now have the tools. So we're going to move inside the car. What you have to do now is remove the pins at the bottom of the master cylinders, which anybody with a Mini knows is a nightmare. I'm going to cheat a little bit and take the steering column out, mainly because I need to drop the pedal box out anyway, so it's got to come out for that, so I may as well take. So you can do this with basic tools. All you need is 2 1/2 inches and 2 7/16 spanners. You can get away with 11mm if and now you should just be able to give it a pull and off it comes. so now that's out of the way, all you need to do is undo these two bolts here and the pedal box will come out. Oh yeah, and these two bolts here too. I forgot about those two. And there you go, one pedal box. Unfortunately, or fortunately in your case, I didn't film the struggle of getting this back together. But as you can see, it's now got a new spring. The pedals work as they should. So now it's ready to go back into the car. You'll have to next time to watch me put the pedal box back in. I think this video is long enough without adding anything else to it. So please like and subscribe and look out for the next video. Bye.